This is Shishmaref, Alaska, just south of the Arctic Circle, and about as far west as you can go in the continental United States.
About 15 years ago, the people of a small 1,000-year-old oceanfront hunting village noticed something odd.
Barack Obama spoke about the town in his first major speech on climate change in 2006 as a young senator.
Ice that had surrounded and protected their village began to grow slushy and weak.
Obama had read about the troubles of Shishmaref in a New York article. Soon the village itself began to disappear. Chunks of land sheared away, and home after home was destroyed by storms that grew stronger and stronger every year.
The story of the village that disappeared is by no means isolated, and it's by no means over.
Obama saw in Shishmaref a frightening future if global warming continued unabated.
The climate's getting warmer, and if you think of us being in a car where we're speeding towards a cliff, we're starting to try to tap on the brakes. If we do what we need to do over the next 20, 30, 40 years, then it's a manageable problem. If we don't, it will not be.
Are you prepared to take the oath, Senator?
I am.
He came to the White House committed to stopping the car from going over the cliff.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
And laid out a bold agenda to do just that.
Now America has arrived at a crossroads.
His stimulus bill included lots of money for clean energy. Van Jones was the Obama White House's green jobs guru.
It's impossible to overstate how important climate change was to the Obama administration in the first year.
But Obama's bold agenda was soon stymied.
Here we go.
National energy tax.
By a recalcitrant Congress. By a chorus of climate change deniers. And by the fact that Americans just did not care about climate change. It was ranked the 11th most important issue during the 2008 election, out of 12 options. So the president decided to fight climate change on his own. In December of 2009, at a climate conference in Copenhagen, Obama displayed his determination to play a major role on this issue on the global stage.
Good morning.
As Hillary Clinton later explained in a Democratic primary debate,
President Obama and I were hunting for the Chinese.
She and President Obama found themselves chasing Beijing's delegation at that conference. Why?
We knew we had to get them to agree to something, because there will be no effective efforts against climate change unless China and India join with the rest of the world.
When the American delegation found out about a secret meeting between China, India, and other developing nations, they sent out a search party, found the meeting, and the President and Secretary of State crashed it.
Are you ready for me? Or do you guys need to talk to me? It's up to you. What do you think?
Oops, careful, don't put
Are you ready for me, or do you want to wait?
No, those guys didn't get in. Those guys didn't get in. No. My guys get in just like your guys got in. This is a joint meeting. My guys get in, or we're leaving the meeting.
It might have been undiplomatic. But according to Clinton, it led to a breakthrough. She says the deal forged in that room put them on the road to future progress. Back at home, though, there was little progress on climate. So as the first term turned into the second, Obama tasked his team with getting America on the right track in the face of a once again hostile Congress.
President Obama, from the very beginning, had the power to do something about climate change. He didn't want to do it. He said, I want to work through Congress.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Obama put the legislative branch on warning in his 2013 State of the Union.
But if Congress won't act soon to protect future generations, I will.
Congress did not act.
Clean air, clean water.
Obama did. In the summer of 2015,
There is such a thing as being too late when it comes to climate change.
Obama took aim at one of the key causes of climate change.
Right now, our power plants are the source of about a third of America's carbon pollution. That's more pollution than our cars, our airplanes, and our homes generate combined.
The president's Clean Power Plan would set new limits for the first time on how much smoke those plants could spew. And forget Congress, this was a unilateral executive action. The audience at Obama's announcement may have applauded.
It's all about coal.
But from other quarters,
Fight those who believe they consider
the reaction was anger.
Our nation's coal miners provide affordable, reliable electricity that continues to power America.
And the anger wasn't contained to coal. President Obama's old law school professor and mentor, Lawrence Tribe, who it must be said was representing a coal company, had compared Obama's tactics on climate change to nothing less than
burning the Constitution of the United States.
Those who would argue that any actions I've taken have been contrary to my legal powers are wrong. And we've taken it really seriously, and I make no apologies for it.
Despite the president's confidence, the Clean Power Plan hasn't gone into effect. More than 24 states sued to stop it. The Supreme Court ordered the implementation delayed until the appeals play themselves out. And now, President-elect Trump has vowed to rescind it. But what will he do with Obama's signature climate achievement, the Paris Agreement?
L'accord de Paris pour le climat est accepté.
In December of 2015, in the City of Light, 196 nations agreed by consensus to limit the planet's warming to 2 degrees Celsius. That's a threshold many scientists believe will prevent disaster.
Of course, it took a long time to reach this day. One of the reasons I ran for this office was to make America a leader in this mission.
And America is now undoubtedly a leader, perhaps the leader on climate change. Clean energy is a vast and growing American industry, and more than 100 countries have signed on to the Paris Agreement, which went into legal effect just 4 days before the 2016 presidential election.
If 20, 30, 50 years from now we look back and we say we dealt with this in a serious way, I'll be happy to say that that was one of my proudest achievements, even though I didn't do it by myself.
As for Shishmaref, the Alaskan island that was disappearing a decade ago, the world's actions appear to have come too late. In August of 2016, the villagers voted to leave the ravaged island and move to the mainland. But will others be saved by the progress made under President Obama? Maybe not, because President-elect Trump has said he believes climate change is a hoax. He's vowed to bring back the coal mines and to cancel U.S. participation in the Paris Agreement.